put your plate of choice on top, being really confident. We've got our lovely dome of fried rice, fried egg on top. Simple ingredients, really simply equals banging dinner. So we're going to start off with the marinade. Peeled ginger, 6 cloves of garlic, hit it with a load of soy sauce, sesame oil, and then finally the secret ingredient is mirin. Blitz that to a smooth puree. You can use any protein you like. You can use pork, you can use chicken, you can use fish, you can use beef. I've gone for pork. Slice it really nice and thin so it cooks really quickly in the pan. When you cut it thin, look how many pieces of pork you've got. So I think you've got 1 portion there, 2 portions there. This will make it a third. Cover it with that lovely marinade we've just made. We're just going to set this to one side while we chop up all of our vegetables. And it's really important is that you chop everything super fine because you want everything to cook quickly, which means you're going to get fed sooner. It's like I'm Remy from Ratatouille. You don't want to slice these thinly, but you kind of just want the tops. So with this one, you see how these are different shapes, which means this is going to take longer to cook. So what we do is we're just going to cut them in half, just so they cook evenly. Here we've got our lovely marinated pork. Then we've got our peppers, 2 types. We've got our red pepper, yellow pepper, we've got a carrot, broccoli, spring onions, we've got our cooked rice, and we've got our eggs. It's all gonna happen really quickly, so let's go. Don't use olive oil because Uncle Roger's gonna get me. Add in our pork, and if it doesn't make that sound, it's not hot enough. And we're cooking. We're cooking, and because we slice it really thinly, it's gonna cook really quickly. You see the caramelization there? Starting to get lovely and golden brown. That's the sugars in the garlic and the ginger. When you hit the hot pan, they start to caramelize and make a really nice sweetness. It's really important, guys, when you're making a stir fry, you're constantly moving it. That's why it's called a stir fry. We're constantly stirring. You need to put the broccoli in first because that's going to take the longest to cook. Get those started in the pan. Now with my stir fry, I like my vegetables quite crunchy, so I don't like to overcook them. So, a few carrots, red pepper, and yellow pepper. Top tip, use day-old cooked rice. It's going to make sure that your stir fry remains really nice and dry and not sloppy. In we go with the rice, add in a little bit of soy sauce and a little touch of sesame. We're constantly moving it. Crack your egg into a separate pan with the cooked pork. In we go. That is our stir fry done, and here is a top presentation tip. Add in about a teaspoon of oil, use some kitchen roll to mix that around. Pack that all in, kind of push it down so it fills all the edges. You put your plate of choice on top, being really confident. We've got our lovely dome of fried rice, fried egg on top. So that is my pork stir fry, which is everyone's favorite takeaway. Why waste 20 quid when you can make it at home? I've given you all the tips and tricks that I've learned having made hundreds of these. And I'm sure this is going to go down a treat. So give it a go and let me know how you get on. Simple ingredients, really simply equals banging dinner.